I got off a coaching call with a student of mine today, and the crux of our conversation was him asking me, do you think I'm on the right path? Now, he's tried a few different business models. He currently runs a coaching business. He has over 1,000 YouTube subscribers. He's getting organic leads. He's making a couple $1,000s a month. Now, a couple $1,000s a month is enough to validate an idea, but it's not enough to live comfortably on. So naturally, as an ambitious man, he wonders, is this the right path? And this got me thinking that the counterintuitive answer to that question is you will never know if you're on the right path 100%. Even if you're running a highly profitable, incredible business, there's no way that you can know that had you chosen a different path, could that different path have been better than the one you're on now? It reminds me a little bit of the idea that it's not that winners make the right decision, it's that winners make their decision right. Because there's an infinite number of paths, business models, etc. to start. And oftentimes, the cost of indecision is much greater than choosing the wrong path. And really, if you think about it deeply, there is no wrong path. And questioning if you are on the right path or the wrong path is one of the most certain ways to stifle your progress in terms of the direction you're going. So this is a situation where it's actually beneficial for you to almost brainwash yourself a little bit and convince yourself with a level of deep certainty that yes, you are on the right path, because that certainty will empower you to go all in on the path you're in, give it 100%, execute it to the absolute best of my abilities. And oftentimes, ironically, it's that extra 5% of execution and effort that makes the difference in getting the results you want on the path you're on. So if two people are doing the same business model and one person is 95% in and the other person is 100% in, even though the person who's 95% in logically has a better argument for why they're only 95% in, because they're going to be saying, well, there could be other business models that are better. I should keep my eyes open. I shouldn't be too committed to this one path because it might not be the right one. And logically, that's 100% true. However, the person who's 100% in is going to put that extra effort in to outcompete the competitors, be in the top 1% of their industry, and they will make their path right due to their certainty and the blinders they put on. Whereas the person who's only 95% in makes their path wrong because they're entertaining the idea of switching paths. So to summarize this idea, while it's factually true that you may not be on the right path, by believing you are on that path and giving it 100%, you greatly increase the chances that that path becomes the right one. Now, you might be thinking, well, Sean, that's great, but surely there's some times in life where you do need to pivot. And I completely agree. And the times where you need to pivot are where the results you're getting after several months or even several years of dedication aren't at the bar, at the level you need to be happy and satisfied. Then yes, you need to switch. However, you will only know the extent to the potential results if you've gone all in on it for a significant period of time. So really, you should have two very distinct modes of thought. Mode one is relentlessly executing in one direction, and mode two is evaluating options. And those two modes should never be combined at once. You can't do both of those things on the same day. Really, you can't even do both those things in the same week. But the way I view it is you should have short periods of dedicated reflection time to evaluate the direction you're going. And then outside of that dedicated period, you put your blinders on and just go straight at the direction you chose. What most people do is even in a given day, they execute a little bit, then they stop and look around and think, hey, is this the right thing to be doing? Then they execute again, then they stop and think again. And it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. They never outcompete their competitors. They lose to the competition that just has blinders on going forward. And if you think about the most successful entrepreneurs in the world, they have become extremely proficient at thoroughly executing in a given direction and then failing very fast if it turns out that path isn't the correct one. And the level of execution that A players have is something that most people can't even comprehend. An A player can execute so relentlessly, put time, money, energy, resources, people, staff behind a direction that they can get so much data in 2 to 3 months that they really know, is this going to work or not? Whereas someone who dabbles could take 2 or 3 years to get that same level of data. So a professional in a given year can burn through 5 or 6 business ideas because they execute so relentlessly on each one while they're doing it. Whereas the amateur is half in on multiple business ideas over multiple years and doesn't have any real high quality data on what's going to work at the end of that period. So if you click the title of this video, chances are you're questioning the path you're on. What I'm going to say to you is take the next 90 days, brainwash yourself to believe that this is the only path you can ever do. Pretend that you are not allowed to earn money in any other business model. You must make this work. And after 90 days of truly going all in, if you haven't seen any upward results, then take a week and evaluate what your next option is. And I'm 100% making this video as much for myself as for you, the viewer, because this is something me and most of my entrepreneur friends also constantly battle with. That's it for this video. Until next time, I'll see you later.